Hello and welcome back to Bible Wits Bible Corner. Today we're going to be in Matthew chapter 4 and I'm going to read the first 6 verses with the English Standard Version. Then Jesus was led up by the Spirit into the wilderness to be tempted by the devil, and after fasting for 40 days and 40 nights, he was hungry. And the tempter came and said to him, "If you are the Son of God, command these stones to become loaves of bread." But he answered, "It is written, man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that comes from the mouth of God." Then the devil took him to the holy city and set him on the pinnacle of the temple. And he said to him, "If you are the Son of God, throw yourself down, for it is written, He will command His angels concerning you, and on their hands they will bear you up, lest you strike your foot against a stone." Okay, so here Jesus has been fasting for 40 days, 40 nights, so he is hungry, and I would be very hungry as well, going 40 days without eating anything. But that's beside the point. The point here is that when we are at our weakest, that is when Satan comes in to try to lead us away from the path that we know is right. So we see the first two temptations here. Tell these stones to turn into bread. Jesus quotes scripture. And then go ahead and throw yourself off of this building. The angels will catch you. They're not going to let even your heel touch a stone. The fascinating thing about this, and this is something that I hear a lot of Christians talk about, which is very good, but I think it gets overlooked a little bit as well. Satan knows scripture. And I think we say that to ourselves so much that it just becomes noise. We don't think too much about it, about Satan knowing scripture. But honestly, that needs to scare us Christians. Because Satan does know scripture, and Satan knows how to make things sound so elegant and so good that we think we need to go down that path. And he will use scripture to back up what he is saying. So what Jesus did here is, or what Jesus will do, we'll see in verse 7 that he counters with scripture. It is not good to take scripture and twist it for our own personal benefit. And that's exactly what Satan does here. He is trying to twist the scripture to benefit himself. He doesn't really care about Jesus, other than he knows that when Jesus dies on the cross, he's going to be defeated, and he's trying to prevent that. He doesn't want that to happen. So he does this, and then when he realizes he can't defeat Jesus, he goes after all of Jesus' followers. I mean, look at how many times Peter stumbled, and the couple of times that Jesus said, "Get behind me, Satan," when he was talking to Peter. Look at the stumbling blocks that Paul went through. Even when he was Saul, he thought he was doing God's will. But again, that you can look at that and say that there was a twist of scriptures there, because Paul was not completely understanding what the scripture said until Jesus spoke to him in that little encounter on the road to Damascus. Now I'm getting off track here. But going back to this, the temptations of Jesus, um, I find these fascinating because they show the three major temptations of what us people go through, and I'm gonna not be able to, I'm forgetting them right now, but I will be sure to research what those three major temptations are and talk about them in my next video. I know that there's the sin of the flesh, sin of the eyes. I can't remember the third. So anyway, I hope you find encouragement in this, and I hope you have a wonderful, God-centered day. Bye.